My name is Buckley. I'm lead developer with HMH, which is an educational company producing digital textbooks for international and the US market, with a kind of a user base of about 55 million students. The product I'm working on is a greenfield product. It's new, and it's a product for delivery of content to students. So traditionally, student textbooks would have been built, say, in Flash for interactive stuff, or recently in Flash or in CSS and HTML5. But there's a particular standard for ebooks called EPUB. That's what a Kindle would consume, or what a typical e-reader would consume. So we build our content as EPUBs, and my project specifically is the rendering of EPUBs and enhancing and integrating with the services provided by HMH, that add real, kind of HMH value to raw content. So we looked at, because it was a greenfield project, we kind of got a chance to step back and have a look and see what was going on. So across the company there was a wide variety of technologies in use, and a wide variety of kind of, specifically in JavaScript, a wide variety of approaches in JavaScript. So there was Angular and jQuery and random other things. So having evaluated it and based on experiences of the team, we landed with React, and it was we haven't regretted it since choosing React. It's been a great experience, and thankfully we're going to keep running with it as the product grows. We're a traditional Scrum Agile team, so we have 2-week sprints. Obviously, we have, like, I think 6 developers at the moment. We're scaling up for the project. We have design, business analysts, obviously, and the product owners. What might be slightly different is design is kind of its own department. So we're trying to change that. We're trying to bring design and UX into sprint, as opposed to being delivered kind of in a waterfall kind of way to the design and the requirements, and working from there. We're looking at tools to let them work through the sprint with us, which we're pretty excited about, because I think it's a real pain point for this kind of team. Like a typical example would be you're given a PDF with pixel measurements, and it's their vision on a flat piece of paper, and when you implement it, it's wrong, or it looks wrong, or it feels wrong in terms of they describe a particular transition. So we're looking to bring them in, and we're using a tool called Pages, which one of our developers has built, which is a tool which has the CSS representation of a component, and the designers have an editor to change values, which are essentially CSS values, whatever, add a drop shadow, change a background, and what it does is it transforms or morphs the code back into a React component, which we can drop straight into our code base. So we're really trying to join the two together. So the designers have a little bit of a learning curve trying to understand CSS, but it's no more than recognizing it in Photoshop that a background is a background, or in a palette, and they can make live changes and see different states, and what we get is what their vision for the UI component is. So that's something we're really kind of pushing through the business, and it's hard, but we'll see the value of it as we iterate and through the design process and the build process. We have a continuous integration model, but in terms of continuous delivery, because we're going out to a market that doesn't tolerate change particularly well, because they're schools and they're teachers and they expect a certain experience. We typically roll out on a release basis to production, but we're constantly building for review or sales or whatever to lower environments. But the production environment goes through a massive kind of release protocol because of the user base, and because of the nature of our users. I think it's a case of letting everyone speak their mind, and debating things, and if things take a day or 2 days, or if people get upset, if there's a row, I think that's a good thing. I like passion, I like people getting upset, I like people having an opinion. Nothing worse than empathy or I'll do it or whatever. I think it's a case of having an open floor, and that's kind of my philosophy on it. Everyone should have an opinion, and everyone should be free to give that opinion, and everyone's opinion is valid as anyone else's.